the innings he played.
Yeah, I don't think you should do Mustafizur. He's been, barring 1 or 2 games, he's been your best bowler. Yeah.
So what game is it today?
It's
Delhi Capitals,
versus
KKR. And if
Are these guys now KKR?
KKR, 4 consecutive losses.
Actually, it started with that Delhi Capitals game, if I'm
Yes,
not mistaken.
that 200 which Delhi made.
Yeah.
215, I think
215, yes.
So that's what started their
Downward
spiral. Hopefully, this is what they'd be hoping at least. So why is it that Shane is always off on KKR matches days?
Rostering issues.
No,
Or he chooses.
He chooses to take it off on
Actually, this
KKR
time
days.
Superstitious.
I wanted Friday off because I thought we were going to have that game in the morning. Cricket game. Cricket game in the morning, but that did not happen. And then Shane was like, now you can't change it, I'm taking Thursday off.
Yep. But anyway, Delhi
Why? He had fixed some meetings.
Yeah, definitely,
Oh my
definitely.
God.
But
Okay.
wait, have Delhi Capitals overcome that no ball trauma?
Was that the last game?
Yes.
No, I think they overcame that last game only. Because
Yeah.
soon after the game got over, Pant came and said no, it was a mistake.
Yep. So no Praveen Amre today among the Delhi Capitals staff. Yes.
Banned for
one game, 100% match fee also gone.
Are they going to be missing?
They've got Watson and Agarkar. So
Yes. Shane Watson, Agarkar, and one more. The Aussie
James
James Hope. Correct. And Ricky Ponting is back. You've forgotten.
Yes.
After his corona.
Apparently, he wrote that he was so angry about what was going on
Yeah.
that he. What did he break? Some 4 things he broke.
Whoa.
Threw water bottle on the wall or something. He has said that he was so tense
While he was watching it on TV.
Yeah, I think he said that he broke 3-4 remotes. And then he was throwing water bottle on the wall.
It reminds me of a certain guy who we worked in our previous organization. 175 matches, Sachin Tendulkar, when he made against Australia.
Yeah, one of my favorite knocks.
That guy was so incensed, he threw the remote at the TV. Where do we do live ball commentary now? I don't care. I'm going. I'm so frustrated by that now.
I just realized who you are talking
I know,
about.
I know.
I thought you were talking about your previous organization, but you were talking about where
Us
we have
both,
worked together.
yes,
Oh
yes.
damn!
Oh,
he can do it.
You can mention the organization, but not. I mentioned ESPN Cricket for.
Yeah, so we are talking about cricket
Cricket bars,
We are talking
yes.
about
While
cricket
they were
bars.
there.
It's still a stuff of legends that act.
Sarthak Sehgal is saying today it's me versus Mr. Dias.
Bias, Mr. Bias, tonight.
Man.
And we've got Benjamin Andrew Stokes saying I will give Rasgulla and Sandesh treat to Shane if DC win today.
I hope it's not virtual.
But
Mr. Dixit, I know he's a Delhi
but
fan.
congratulations are in order. Benjamin Andrew Stokes, you are the new
Oh,
England
new captain.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And he commented on the video and he liked his own comment.
Yeah.
Yes. That was
How
Benjamin
come
Andrew
there is
Stokes.
no
himself.
Rajasthan today, but you guys color coordinated, decided. Not only is it pink, it's the similar pink. What is baby pink or whatever?
Yeah, baby pink.
This is the only pink shirt I have had all my life, so I thought why not?
Well, from May Day onwards, I'll be having.
You know, at one point, like when I was a kid, I thought pink is not for guys and all. I used to think on those lines. Now it does not matter.
It's
I
metrosexual.
quite like it. Yeah, I quite like it myself.
It's a lovely color.
Yeah,
and I
dumb.
love that South
I was
Africa
dumb,
jersey that they
guys.
wear on Pink Day. I love that
Yeah.
jersey color.
That South Africa pink. that
And
they
even
wear.
the Rajasthan Royals jersey with that pink shade looks superb.
This pink reminds me when I was a kid.
Do you like the RCB green?
I loved the RCB green. I don't like the RCB blue though.
RCB blue?
They wore that blue kit, for COVID.
For COVID.
Yes. I didn't like that. I love
green
the green.
also is okay. I did not like that.
Yeah, I
also.
didn't like it.
I like that kind of neonish kind of green.
The Rajasthan pink is nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Agreed. Rajasthan good color.
It's at least not a cheap imitation of the Mumbai Indians blue. That is the best part.
This
about
pink reminds me of when I was a kid. Now we used to get the custard, that pink custard.
Oh.
it. Custard apple, you would call it, right?
No, just custard. You had a yellow custard.
Yellow
but you
custard
could-
is like-
There used to be pink also one.
Wow.
Strawberry flavored or something like that.
Ah.
It used to be exactly this.
Again, some food we are talking about.
Again, Rasgulla and Sandesh and here
Chole
custard.
Bhature.
Yeah, today's.
Today's Chole Bhature DC.
Yes.
Butter
Rudresh,
chicken.
Rudresh
chole
is
bhature.
right. It's Chole Bhature versus Rasgulla or lots of other things from Bengal, yeah.
I know.
Their own biryani.
Masher
is
Jol.
good.
Yeah, the aloo.
Masher Jol.
Masher Jol.
Oh,
Aloo
yeah, Masher
posto.
Jol. Aloo posto.
Begun Bhaja.
Yes.
Begun Bhaja is very
Bengan bhaji. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Bengan
Begun Bhaja they call
Bengan
it.
bhaja.
Very nice, the way they make the
Yes.
Bengal.
But for me, Calcutta is all about sweets. It's the Mishti Doi.
And the fish.
Mishti Doi is amazing. You don't get it anywhere in that earthen pot that you get.
Yeah.
You don't.
It's
You get
just
it in Delhi.
You get it in Delhi. I know. CR
CR
Park
CR Park.
are very own Bengal, little Bengal in Delhi.
Chitranjan Das Park.
But
So, what is the latest from the team camp? Any changes? Yes, Mitchell Marsh is
Tim
available.
Seifert.
I'm not
both
sure
of-
whether he really is available or not. If you see Mitchell Marsh, even the photo that DC put out, he doesn't look that well somehow. His eyes
Yeah.
are like this. He's not
Yeah.
looking very active, but he's back in training and hopefully he's available for selection because he's back in training.
Yeah, but I don't
Seifert
think
won't
they'll-
get a game.
Yeah.
Seifert won't get a game, but Marsh can, and maybe Enric Nokia is fit enough to again take the field.
Oh man.
Or maybe they may take time to ease them into the
Yes.
playing 11.
Could be.
So you're coming off, recovering from the coronavirus. While you may be fit to do practice,
Yeah.
but are you match fit? That's another thing. So
All the
maybe not.
people whom we trolled so far, now we have no one left to troll. Robman Powell did well in the previous game, almost gave you 6 sixes. Riyan Parag has done well. Who do we troll now? Who do we leave out in the team? There's no weakling that we can target. Oh, this guy should go and target him. Because Roman will be there, Warner will be there.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll drop Mustafiz. He had only one or two bad games.
And
But
otherwise,
your
he's
best
been really
bowler.
good. I agree.
Actually, that's an interesting question. Let's say they're available, Mitch Marsh and Tim Seifert. How do you fit them in? Delhi won the last game. So
It'll be between
Very
Mustafizur
tough.
and Enric
That's
Nokia.
very, very sad. if
Because
that
Mitch
happens.
Marsh will replace Sarfaraz because they only played three
Three
foreigners.
foreigners,
Ah.
yes.
So that's why one will come in. But
But,
that bowling
again-
option now, or you drop Roman Pal, would you?
No,
No, right?
Not after that game against RR, not at all.
He sort of gave them that glimmer of hope right at the end when they thought they're down and out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suddenly this guy is hitting sixes.
On the other hand, KKR's overseas lineup is settled. If I have to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
it.
But their Billings or Finch.
Yeah.
You clearly have watched my fantasy video also, where I
Yeah.
talked about all these things.
Yeah, today there have been plenty
no,
of.
but not everyone. You can tell them now.
Yeah.
No, but I spoke about how Billings, because you remember Aaron Finch scored a 50 in the
Yes.
last game, and then he was not in the side.
Yeah.
But Shreyas Iyer in the toss last time around said that there are few niggles in the
Niggles.
side.
Yeah.
So maybe Aaron Finch went out because he had a niggle, and maybe if he's fit, they're gonna get Sheldon Jackson back in.
Yeah.
And then I'm not too sure though, because Shivam Mavi has also been bowling well. He doesn't go out of the side. Tim Saudi has been bowling well. Again, came back, took 3 wickets.
Yeah. Saudi, man. Why did you even have to drop Saudi in the first place?
No, but Pat Cummins.
Wow. You know Pat Cummins' economy
Simon
rate is
Dool
never
on
under
air
11.
said, Simon Dool on air said that Tim Saudi himself told him that he knew beforehand,
Yeah.
even before Pat Cummins arrived in India, that the moment Cummins will be available, he'll have to drop out of the 11.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
Typical Aussie bullying of a Kiwi.
Even before.
Typical.
no, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's in a way true. And I
No,
thought.
but in this case, he said it himself.
I know.
No, also
It's not that Cummins bullied him into
Also,
saying
for
that.
me, Cummins is not really a wicket taker in T20s, and he's giving
His
away
IPL record is
giving
also-
away 200 runs in 4 games, almost 50 runs every innings.
Yeah.
is not a great
great
sight.
But I'm looking forward to a good game. I hope it's like the one last night.
Oh, yes.
And even
What a
though
game.
SRH lost, I'm still hungover by
What a game!
Umran Malik.
Yes.
Waqar Yunus.
I know.
Waqar Yunus for sure.
Dale Steyn.
Oh, new cap's been given.
Oh,
Harshit Rana
and Baba Indrajit.
make
Oh my
them-
God.
What is KKR up to?
So who goes out then?
KKR, I am sorry, but
Yes.
it's in a mess, this team.
The
You
younger
just keep-
twin made his debut.
Yeah, Baba Aparajit.
Aparajit has never played.
Indrajit is making debut. Aparajit has not played
my
at all.
point-
Oh,
is-
Chetan Sakaria is in for Delhi.
Ah, interesting.
Oh,
So
nice.
Khalil out.
Or Mustafizur out.
Yeah, Fizz could be out to accommodate.
Oh my God. Why Fizz?
No, because Khalil has been better than.
No, but then remember that RR game, he went off the field after he dropped the catch and he was having his wrist taped.
Could be. I agree. Could be.
Yeah, injury.
Concerns.
Injury may have forced it.
But I honestly, I thought Zakaria probably would have been my first pick ahead of Khalil and everybody else.
Yeah.
No, but
when the team was drafted, but they must have seen something in Khalil and the kind of performances he had on the field, he had to be there in that side.
See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we don't get to see all those practice matches that they are playing, you know,
Correct.
behind the
Yeah.
cameras, those next sessions.
No, Khalil
you
was
try
bowling
and
with
judge.
pace. He
No,
was-
that's what I'm saying. So we don't get access to that, right?
we don't
So we
get
don't
access.
know.
Yes.
But the team guys must have seen, Khalil, and he had said that he's more hungry to perform this season.
Yeah.
Bowling with that extra pace. So they said, no, he's looking better. So one change for Delhi Capitals.
For
You've
sure.
got,
For sure. There could be
Chetan
more
Sakaria
also.
coming in for, we don't know who, but I think Sid really made that point about him walking off with that hand probably
Yes.
injured. That could be the reason, because otherwise dropping Khalil wouldn't make any sense.
Yep.
He's been the man in form.
Yep.
And you wouldn't even drop Fizz so early, especially when you played 3 foreigners. So you could
Correct.
have accommodated one. But 2 changes for KKR, and I
And
don't know what
Harshit Rana is
that.
again a bowler, right?
Yes.
He-
Off spin, does he bowl?
he-
No.
He's the one who
Not
replaced
yet.
Rafiq Salam.
Rafiq
He's the
Salam.
Delhi boy.
Yeah,
Yep. Delhi boys.
correct.
So, don't know.
Baba Indrajit.
What
Redwood's
has-
Baba
What if
There are more
no,
Tamilians playing for KKR than
No,
Chennai.
I think so. They might have dropped Varun Chakravarti.
Chakravarti, yes.
That might have happened, or they might have even looked at somebody like Venkatesh Iyer and Nitish Rana. Also, they haven't performed up to
So
the mark.
maybe Iyer goes out and
they were
Baba
they
Indrajit.
won't
No,
put
but I think
Iyer
so.
out.
This is Varun Chakravarti who's gone out.
Gone
I
out.
guess
For
looks,
Harshit.
that looks like the
Yeah.
more feasible change.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
boy, I know. Aparajit was there for 3 years in the Chennai Super Kings side, never got a game. Never. And then Indrajit, he was not fancied enough.
Yes.
Aparajit was much more talented. 2012.
That is because you have to understand the team. Na? A team
Yeah.
like Chennai just don't give chances like that.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't go with it.
And
But team like
Jagadeeshan is waiting for
KKR,
his chance for the longest time.
R. Sai Kishore waited, he never got it.
teams like KKR,
Yeah.
win. But I don't know what you think of it. I pointed out last time also KKR started making these big changes. This is never a great sign
Yep.
of. Last time also they made 3 changes, if I'm not mistaken. They did make a few changes.
They did make a few.
Billings.
Yeah.
Billings.
In place
Okay.
Come in and out. Cummins went out.
Saudi came in,
Saudi
and there was
came
another
back.
change, I guess. There
Yes.
were 3.
Yeah.
So they could.
Yeah, it had to be 3 because one Indian, Sheldon Jackson also. went.
Jackson.
Yeah,
went
Jackson.
out.
That's what I said. 3 changes they made last time. Again, 2 we know for sure. So this is a short sign of when the team doesn't know what their combination is. If I was a KKR fan, I don't want to disappoint you guys, but I'd be worried. I'd never like.
Yeah, they're
teams
playing
that-
a medium pacer instead of a spinner now. Also,
Yep.
I guess this is the same pitch that was used last night, perhaps.
I don't know. They haven't mentioned it. I couldn't spot it, but it was the Wankhede. Maybe that same pitch, which was
I
used in
guess
the
it's the same
SRH
pitch.
RR game. Maybe.
What do you make of that 6-day gap for Delhi? I think it may have done them some good because they lost that close encounter
Yeah,
last
they
time.
needed to recoup.
Then that controversy that followed.
Also, they needed their players back. I
Yeah.
thought Mitchell Marsh, yes, was a miss in that first game. Even though he did not, like the first game he played for Delhi Capitals, he did not
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people talked about what is this guy doing in this
Retire
side.
out.
Can't play, whatnot. But Marsh still, I think it's a big name, can bowl, can bat. And the way he played that T20 World Cup for Australia definitely
Brilliant,
deserves a
you know.
chance.
Yeah.
Much maligned Warner and
And I think that
Marsh.
6-day gap really helped their cause.
It's come at the right time. Though
Yeah.
again, you would say maybe not at the right time because they had to play those 2 games while cases were happening.
Yes, yes.
But again, better late than never.
So they must have calmed down also now.
Some teams-
after what all happened that
Yeah.
in that game against Rajasthan
All
Royals.
the teams have a period when they have 6-day break. For example, Chennai now play the next game on Sunday.
Yeah. Just taking a few comments. Ashish is saying KKR over experimenting is going to cost them.
Yeah.
Exactly what we were pointing out. It's so unsettling for a team. No one is sure what they're going to do in the squad. Narayan opening, Venkatesh Iyer down, and Sarat Chandra, man from Hyderabad, as you
Yes.
remember, is pointing out that in KKR, except Iyer and Russell, all have opened. That's true actually.
Chakravarti has he opened.
I mean, he just literally means batsmen. Yeah.
Just the batters, yes.
Akash Raghav saying, Nikhil sir, don't you think Rishabh has to take some responsibility and finish games for DC? It will be good for India because he's going to play at number 4. I agree, Akash. I think he's got 2 good 40s.
Yes.
But unfortunately for Delhi, both those times they lost that game whenever he got those runs. So he'll have to finish the games. He knows that there is going to be some sort of competition in the team. Even though I think he will be your first choice wicketkeeper.
Yep.
He'll play.
Yeah, he will. But I'm saying, he understands that there is this pressure.
Yeah.
And if you're having that logic for Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, you're pointing out for everyone, I'm
I
sure
think a
you'll
lot
have
of
to have
players,
it with
Ravinder
Rishabh
Jadeja
Pant
for
as
that
well.
matter also is woefully out of form.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's so
no,
many
but those
guys.
guys are going to, I don't think you're going to judge everything on the these guys are
I
going to
don't think
go.
anybody will be judged because based on that, like your 4 of your top performers go out.
No, but that's what. So these guys then have to also for their case. I'm not saying that you make those many changes, but for their own good, it will be very essential for them to strike some form, get some runs in the IPL.
Yes.
I know that there's going to be a good 3 months of cricket in between the IPL until such time that you go to Australia for the World Cup, and you'll have those opportunities against England, South Africa, West Indies, a lot of
Asia
teams
Cup.
you're playing Asia Cup.
Yep.
But still, runs under your belt doesn't hurt you at all. So I agree. Pant, a lot of eyes on him. Also as captain, I must be feeling the pressure. Last game they lost.
Yeah.
He came in under a lot of pressure because of trying to call the team off. Maybe he would have learnt a lesson or two. He started off well by winning the toss. So
Yes.
if that's a sign, and if you believe in
He'll bowl.
those kind of signs, he'll bowl. You're guessing or you're 100%?
No, because of last night
Because
also. I think so.
all the 10 games in Wankhede, teams that have won the toss have chosen to bowl, and it's 11.
No, but yesterday was after a gap of 5 games, somebody won a game batting second. Otherwise,
yes.
teams who
Yeah.
were batting first were winning.
Winning.
So first 4 games, teams that were bowling were winning.
Won, yeah.
Then next 5 games, teams that were batting were winning.
Now it's 5-5.
Yesterday it was
It's
Very
5-5
close
now.
game. Could have
Gujarat
gone either
Titans
way,
won it
yeah.
right at the end,
I
so
know.
5-all.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah. I think you cannot take the IPL, as I say again, as your yardstick to measure what is happening. Because if I had to look at the Australian team that won the 2021 ICC World T20, all the guys did not play the Big Bash League that much, apart from Marsh, apart from Wade. They had moderate success in the Big Bash League that season.
Yeah.
But if you look at what plagued Australia at that time, 10 T20s they played prior to the World T20 against West Indies and Bangladesh. Won only 2, lost 4, won 4 in both.
And Mitchell Marsh was the best batsman even in Bangladesh, by the way.
Even in Bangladesh. But the confidence that they got from playing international cricket translated into the ICC World T20 success.
They were ranked 6th in the world.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were placed in a much tougher group.
6th in the world. Nobody gave Australia a chance. Everybody ruled them out. Everybody said Australia can't win the World Cup, boss. They're not the team of the past.
Yeah.
The practice games.
Yeah.
They lost to India also pretty badly in the practice games.
They were. That's what I'm saying. World Cup is World Cup. You
Yes.
have to take experience counts for a lot. You have to take guys who have won at the top level, know how to perform under pressure.
Anurag, can you
IPL
scroll down?
pressure is very, very different to the pressure that you see at the World Cup. So
Yep.
always look at that. Don't look at IPL.
Yes.
Rahul Makhija is joining
Yeah,
us from
Khalil is not playing,
Canada.
by the way. No, and not because of his hand. He has pulled his hamstring. So that is why he's
Double
not
whammy
playing.
then.
That's
for
why he
Khalil.
couldn't have been dropped. That's for sure. Rahul Makhija from Canada. Hi to you as well.
Hi,
Say hi
Rahul.
to him. Harshit Padalia saying, why don't you guys have a theme song for sports today? It would be fun. We already have one, na? What is that? Hamara?
Hamara parag, hamara parag.
Oh, man.
By the way, Mitchell Marsh is also playing, guys.
Sarfraz is out.
I said that. Fantasy, my fantasy you should have watched. I said Mitchell Marsh, if he
Yes.
comes in, he'll replace Sarfraz.
So Prithvi Shaw, David Warner expected. Pant, Mitchell
Same
Marsh,
side,
Lalit.
two
Same
changes.
team.
Except those two changes.
You've got so 2 changes for Delhi Capitals.
Yes.
Mitchell Marsh is in for Sarfraz, and you've got Chetan Sakaria coming in for Khalil Ahmed, who pulled a hamstring. You
Yes.
couldn't have dropped him.
So Khalil, if he has
not
pulled his
surprised.
hamstring, probably won't play this season only.
Seems very.
Unless if it's a tear or it's just a minor pull, we'll just wait. But you're
Niggle.
right.
Niggle as
If
it's
a
called.
Niggle, then it's fine. Sometime.
And by the way, 2 former Delhi
Delhi
players-
Capitals guys.
captains,
yes.
Delhi captains.
By the way, there's a bit of friction between the two. I must tell you that with regards to captaincy,
Okay.
because Iyer wasn't very happy being
Yes.
removed as captain, and Rishabh was given, even though he was injured at the time, and he expected that he's going to be back.
Get it back.
Rishabh was not keen to leave his position as well. And again, I don't blame the two of them. It's good to be ambitious. It's
Yes.
good to ask what you want.
And by the way,
So-
Shivam Mavi is also not playing for KKR if I'm wrong. And they've gotten Harshit Rana for. But why? Shivam Mavi was actually playing well, I thought.
Again an eagle. Shivam Mavi.
So Aaron Finch is back, by the way.
So
And
Billings
is
is out.
Yeah.
Indrajit who's keeping wickets tonight?
Oh man.
Let the team come out first. You have to wait for the entire team to be out.
But isn't Indrajit the wicket keeper?
Billings is not there. Finch, Himanshu, Rana and Inderjeet come in. Those are the three players that have come. So 3 changes for KKR last time around, 3 changes once again.
Yeah.
So they got Aaron Finch, Sunil Narine again to open, Shreyas Iyer at 3, Venkatesh Iyer will go in the middle order, Nitish Rana, Andre Russell, Rinku Singh,
Yeah.
Baba, Indrajit, Tim Saudi, Umesh
That's
Yadav,
Harshit Rana.
Harshit Rana.
Yeah.
Harshit Rana, not Himanshu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Indrajit will keep.
Are you
Indrajit,
sure?
does he keep?
Because Baba, Aparjit is a long spinning.
spinner.
Yeah, I know.
Indrajit
That's why.
keeps.
So 2 debutants then for KKR.
Yes.
In Harshit Rana.
I think Indrajit is playing his first IPL game ever.
Yeah, he is.
And Harshit also, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, Harshit Rana and Indrajit both.
Yeah,
making
so
their.
by the way, that's a makeshift wicket keeper.
Yes.
Indrajit. He doesn't keep wickets that
But
often.
he's a makeshift keeper.
So occasional wicket keeper we are putting
What
in.
is KKR doing, man? What is this?
What are KKR doing?
Because Rinku Singh played well in the last game.
By the way, Raj Das Gupta is saying, why not Mohammad Nabi?
Who will he replace?
Yeah. You can't
Come
replace
on,
him
man.
at the top of the order. You can't drop
No,
Narayan. You
Narayan
can't
and
drop
Russell don't. They
You
can't
can't
be
drop
dropped.
Saudi.
Saudi took 3 wickets in the last game. How can you drop him? And then you need batsmen, right? Finch or Billings, whoever.
Yeah, come on, Finch. Okay, he got that 50,
No,
but you
that-
dropped him after that.
I know.
No, I think that was a niggle, na?
Niggle.
That's why he's got to come back in
Yes.
this game.
Oh, then they'll also get Chamika Karunaratne in. But
Yeah, somebody was pointing that out last
Yeah.
night.
Sorry, boss, not happening.
Crazy, man.
I know.
I mean, I'm convinced. Sorry, I know Sarat Chandra, big fan of KKR, Korbo Lorbo, Jitbo. I'm not getting a good sign. This
I know.
is not a sign of a team in form, a team that doesn't know their 11. And even in terms of when they're making the 11, it's okay to make a few changes, but some of these changes are quite frankly
Yeah, not so good.
baffling.
Not so good, yes.
Baffling, sir. That's all I can say.
And I don't think Indrajit's strike rate is not that high. I think this is pretty low, maybe in the 125, 130-ish range.
I think they're just clutching for straws now, in a way.
Yeah.
I really don't think.
If you can just have a look at the Indrajit's strike rate, whatever T20 might have played, Syed Mushtaq Ali and all those. Because
his strike rate is 104.6.
wow, not even that. Because Aparjit was a much more, he was a grafter, he could attack also.
He's an all-rounder.
And off spinner.
An all-rounder, Baba Aparjit.
Yeah, but Chennai.
That Mino Riola news, we've not carried it now, have we? No.
Mino Riola.
Yeah.
No.
As usual.
Yes, Weber, we not carried it. So-
Everybody jumped the gun for Raiola, but he is still alive, as a lot of people on Twitter
Yes.
have reminded
Yes.
the world.
So Pradeep is saying DC versus KKR 7 versus 8. Wow, anything can happen this IPL. KKR in panic mode as usual. DC seems favorite today. I cannot disagree with you, Pradeep.
Yep.
The first sign that a team gives you when they make so many changes, as KKR has been, they don't know their 11, and even when they know their 11, they still drop a few players, bring in the other ones. I mean, Sunil Narine opening, I'm sorry, but I'm not convinced. I know he came in with some form at the Bangladesh Premier League. Yeah.
Yes.
But come on, not happening.
Yeah.
Just not happening.
No.
So many, and I don't know, I quite like Nabi actually. The point that was being made about Nabi, I kind of like him.
No, but
I know
Nabi, the
how-
problem is, in the past 1 year, I've seen him play a lot of T20 leagues. He really hasn't been up to the
Yeah,
mark.
he
Hasn't-
struggled for the
Hasn't
Renegades.
picked many wickets, hasn't scored runs. And yes, when I was actually surprised that KKR even picked him up at the auction.
Yep.
Because in the last year or so in T20 cricket, he was playing in BBL also,
Yeah.
did not do much, played other leagues
Yeah.
around
No,
the
and
world.
Nabi unfortunately has got the raw end of the deal every single time. When he was at Sunrisers, he couldn't get a game because
Rashid.
Rashid was there. And now here, there's your overseas factor in KKR is very settled, except for the batting though.
Yeah.
Where will you get him?
No, but like for example, like what Ashish is saying, out of all the options, I would like Finch and Rahane to open. I mean, that's not a, again, that doesn't solve your problem as to how do you fit in someone like Nabi if you have to. But Siddhant points out that he's not been in great form in other T20 leagues as well. Rudresh is saying, did Varun bowl well because of UAE pitches? Because last year in India leg also he struggled. Maybe those pitches were very conducive for spin bowling, and both Naren and Varun Chakravarti were outstanding at the time. But yeah, maybe the reason. But then you played the T20 World Cup also in those pitches, and he wasn't outstanding there. Still gets another game, doesn't he?
Yes,
would have been tough. I thought, in fact, when we were looking at it, we thought maybe he could be dropped, but clearly not.
No.
But why is Shivam Mavi?
Vignesh has the comment of the day. He's saying, if nothing works, McCullum might just come and open in the next match.
That can happen.
That may still be slightly better, Vignesh.
Yeah. And don't forget, they even have David Hussey, who can be pretty good with the ball.
See, again, another example, and Matkun is pointing out exactly what we're saying. KKR took Venkatesh Iyer as an opener over Gale, and now they are moving him down. What is this management? Completely agree.
I also agree. I talked about it. You suddenly are looking at combinations that you were not even thinking about. Finch and Narayan, and suddenly Billings, who's not even opening for his own team anywhere. You try him because I don't know what kind of order you want to change.
You know, whom I'm going to blame for this? Brendan McCullum.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because the captain has changed. But I remember them doing it earlier also when Owen Morgan was the captain. In some cases, I just couldn't understand what they were doing. Yes, when they were winning very well in the UAE leg, that was another matter. Before that also, I remember, even when Dinesh Karthik was captain, you saw this crazy changes, and where was Russell batting and used to just bang your head against the wall saying, what is KKR doing? So now there's clearly management, whoever that is. But then the blame that you have to then put it against the captain, that the captain has to stand up. I'll give an example. I know in Delhi Capitals, Rishabh Pant has fought for the team that he wants, no matter what the management has said. Even with the likes of Ricky Ponting, I know he said, no, I want this player, or I want to play. For example, Lalit Yadav is what I hear when, initially, Rishabh last year believed in him, and he's coming good.
And he's played well for them.
So, but that's what I'm saying. The captain is fighting for the guys that he wants. That's what you want to do. So, while I agree that this trend has been there in KKR for the last few years, and so you're blaming the management, whether it's McCullum, whether it's the CEO, whatever it is. But then a captain needs to stand up and say, no boss, this is not going to happen. How can you keep changing teams like that? They might get lucky with a win here or win there, but sorry, this is a sure shot way of messing up the IPL. Look at all the successful teams. They believe in it. I give you CSK's example as well. May not have a good season here, but if Ruturaj is not performing, have they pushed him down?
Correct.
No.
Will they send, okay, MS Dhoni will open now, or something like that? Whatever, That's exactly what KKR are doing at the moment. That's shocking.
No, I think McCullum is stuck between his 2015 attacking template and the horses for courses bit.
Yeah.
He's stuck in between there and he doesn't know what to do. By the way, I love Brendan McCullum. Sorry.
No, you love him, but
it's true.
Brendan McCullum, the coach, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I love you.
So, like Varun is pointing out, SRH trusted Abhishek Sharma and stuck with him. Imagine.
Yes.
That's a very valid point. They stuck with him, and Venkatesh Iyer, you're not sticking with KKR. Again, great example, Varun.
Yep.
Weber wants to know, DC and KKR both looking, out of the winning track. What's going wrong? Let's analyze both teams one by one. KKR, as we've been pointing out, I think the biggest reason for their failure has been too many changes to their playing 11. You didn't need to panic. Varun Chakravarti, who they must have relied a lot on, not coming good. So that's another reason. I'm sure they had a lot of hope with Pat Cummins, but the only time he really gave them some joy was with the bat, and that's not what you really wanted. With the ball. With the ball, you wanted much more from him. Andre Russell also not okay. He had a couple of decent games, but again, he has to be that impact player who has to keep winning you games again and again. Is that something that he's doing? Not quite. You experimented with Ajinkya Rahane thinking he'll give you some runs on top. He hasn't. You've had to go back to someone like Aaron Finch, who's really not doing well at the international level. So nothing's really worked for them. And that I think the bright spot could be Sunil Narine, the bowler.
Yes.
Not so much Sunil Narine, the batsman, but you're relying on him as a batsman. Maybe again in hindsight, dropping Saudi was probably a bad call. He was bowling well for them. So between Narayan, Saudi, they could have done something together. Didn't happen. Also Shreyas Iyer, by the way. We keep talking about Rishabh Pant. Shreyas Iyer, as good as he was looking at the start of the season with his captaincy because the team was winning, all of that is kind of falling apart. So really needs to step up on that front.
I think
as well.
Delhi Capitals also, the inconsistency, overlands on Warner and Shaw. Apart from that, Pant has not been able to finish games as he would have liked. I mean, he looked good against RCB, but again, he swept himself off his feet while.
But for me, I think so. If Mitchell Marsh and Robin Powell are firing for them, they look like a very good side.
Yes.
But the problem is
the middle order is non-existent.
If you're going to have someone like Sarfraz at 3 and Lalit Yadav at 5 and then Akshar 6 and that kind of a batting lineup, that didn't give me a lot of.
No, that's what I'm saying, because Robin Powell wasn't firing for them in the first 6 games. I think if the 2 foreign players play well for them, irrespective of whether Warner or Shaw, whether they are doing well or not, I so Delhi will enjoy a lot more.
Plus,
success.
I think on top of that, apart from Khalil, Mustafiz and Kuldeep, the rest of the bowlers have not stepped up. Shardul has struggled.
Shardul last game he bowled, I don't think so he even finished his quota.
He's been expensive, then he became slightly better in a game.
I'll tell you, he bowled 2 overs for 8 runs or something, and then he gave away 19 runs in his final over.
Yes.
DK third over, in his third over.
So Sonak is saying exactly what Siddhant pointed out. He's saying if Marsh and Powell come to form, then DC's batting looks good. Nokia full fit strengthens their bowling as well. Except only DC from bottom 4 team to challenge for the. Only DC could be that bottom 4 team to challenge. It could be, quite possibly. Punjab too, I think. They're not that bad a team. Could challenge. So I don't know.
Like among the bottom 4, yes, and with the way KKR are making changes one after the other, next game they're going to bring 2-3 more guys.
There's an interesting question from Matkun. He says if KKR is struggling so much, might as well take a chance with Desi Sunil Narayan, Ramesh Kumar. What do you think? Have you seen enough of him?
No, I haven't seen enough of Ramesh.
I haven't seen anything of him. So
so
I really don't know.
Again, can I just point something out? Like sometimes we're sitting here, these teams are seeing these bowlers regularly in the nets and match simulations and all that. So you have to see some sort of a spark there, and then they would go with him, like they have with Baba Indrajit now. So must have seen something there. I don't know.
Indrajit has a good first class and list A record. 53 in first class. 45 in.
No, but T20 cricket is a different ball game.
He's not much of a power hitter. That's the thing.
No, also a makeshift wicket keeper. You might as well have had Sheldon Jackson in there, but they clearly think that he might bat better than him. So you're just trying too many things.
I know.
Sandesh, I'm guessing you're a KKR supporter because that's what your name is.
Sandesh.
I love Sandesh.
He's
Chocolate
saying
one.
Morgan was a yes man of bars, which was kind of true. I agree. But Iyer isn't. This is messing them up. If you're saying Iyer isn't, but I'm seeing the stamp of Baz in this 11, Iyer will have to do something to prove that this is not the case. Just imagine the mindset of Venkatesh Iyer now. Would be totally confused. Vignesh is saying could be. But that's where he needs to put his foot down and say, no boss, this is my team. Sorry.
But why isn't he bowling? Because Venkatesh Iyer is also an off spinner, right? Medium pace, but why isn't he bowling? And Shreyas
or Venkatesh?
Venkatesh. Why is he not bowling?
Maybe they have enough bowling options actually.
They actually have enough bowling options. Second thing is the number of overs he has bowled. Every over that he has bowled in this IPL so far, he has gotten smashed. Last over I remember he bowled was 1 over, some 14 runs he gave away in that. So then they did not bowl him again. And so after that we haven't seen him.
Weber is saying that Venkatesh Iyer is going to be a one season wonder. He's not bowling anymore and we are considering him as Hardik's replacement. Agreed. So see, can I just point this out? See, this is the problem now when everyone who now I hear is saying, look at Tewatia now for the team. Look at Umran Malik for the team. Look at Rahul Tripathi for the... Everyone now see, this is the issue. Though they are not one season wonder, to be fair to Rahul Tripathi, he's been consistently performing for a lot of seasons. But I'm just saying, this is what happens. You see one season, make him to the team. This is what happens. So you guys are the ones who will say this also, that, pick them up. And then when they are one season wonder, you say, why were they picked? So that's why I say take time. Don't get too excited with IPL performances. International cricket is a different kettle of fish.
That is true.
Shankar is saying the same thing. Too much chopping and changing, not a hallmark of a good team. That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what we're saying
yes.
about
Three
KKR.
changes again, 3 changes in the last game. Yes, Rinku Singh did well, but when Shivam Mavi was doing well last game, suddenly you have dropped him also. I'm not sure whether he's injured or something. Anurag, can you show us what Shreyas Iyer said at the toss? Maybe he had something to say.
Oh, Sandesh is saying, I'm supporting DC, don't go by my name. That's nice.
Soundish.
Cricket fan wants to know, do you think DC will win this one easily? You guys answer that while I quickly make my team on Gamezy.
Yeah.
I did.
If you haven't
That's why I
downloaded
was
the
not
Gamezy app,
responding.
quickly do it.
Because
We
I had
play
Khalil in my side.
every day. So I'm going to make my team quickly answer about DC. What are the chances? And
These are two teams that you just really cannot place your bet on with certainty. Because these two can
Are you
spectacularly
backing DC?
DC.
Are you backing KKR?
DC. My bet is DC today.
Yeah, I think so. You can't look past DC with the way KKR making so many changes.
Yeah.
Not a settled lineup. You are trying too many things.
And they've got the like for like replacements also in the DC team.
What if today Baba Indrajit drops a catch or two? What if?
What if then, as you have seen, the Indrajits, the Babas in
I think
IPL have not.
they're trying way too hard, but I'm also not sure. So, by the way, their bowling options, if you look at it, KKR, they have got Andre Russell, Umesh Yadav, Tim Saudi, Harshit Rana, Sunil Narayan. So, those are the 5 options.
Yes.
And what if Harshit Rana doesn't have a great game?
That's the problem.
You'll have to bring in Venkatesh Iyer.
You'll have to, but then he has not bowled for how many games now? 5-6 games.
Yeah.
Now you have to look at the Delhi Capitals bowling lineup: Akshar, Shardul, Kuldeep, Mustafizur, Chetan,
Mitchell Marsh.
But I don't know whether he'll be fit.
Lalit Yadav.
Lalit Yadav bowled well in that game against RR. So they've got
way too many bowling options.
Yes. The batting: Shaw, Warner, Marsh, Pant, even Lalit Yadav. These 5 they click.
You don't discount Akshar Patel, okay? Akshar Patel over the past few years has become such a better batsman.
I know, but apart from that game against Mumbai, Akshar has struggled.
Do you think Shardul, with the way he's playing currently, deserves to go in that India T20 squad to Australia?
No, I mean,
Not
I'm
at all,
very
right?
surprised what's happened with Shardul. He's not nailing the proper lengths in the death overs.
By the way, not many people would know this, but if I'm not wrong, in that UAE leg, he was the highest wicket taker last season.
Yep,
Shardul Thakur for Chennai Super Kings. And considering that you pulled something like that off in the second half of the IPL, and then you join a team where they have paid you so much money, they are paying you so much money, and then you pulled your weight. You have not pulled your weight, and Shardul is sort of struggling.
And Lord Shardul, when used to compliment him for his batting.
No, batting wise still okay. My point is, but he's a bowler first, right?
Yeah.
He's a bowler first. He would bowl 4 overs he'd bowl at the death also for CSK.
Yeah.
The point is, Delhi Caps are worried. Delhi Caps are worried giving him the ball at the death because they think he might get tonked. And today, you never know, maybe they might try both Mustafizur and Chetan Sakaria at the death. Or maybe Shardul will bowl 1 or 2 overs
Okay,
also.
I hope there's no DK at the other end, because if Mustafiz bowls and DK is at the other end, then
But there's no DK at the other end because
thankfully
it's not the KKR from last year. There's no DK now.
Yeah, luckily. So Kuldeep, Mustafiz, Chetan, these 3 are the key.
Anurag, you can show us the comments.
These 3 are the key.
I think Rishabh Pant is still
last
the
year's
key.
T20 was the worst in, and we didn't take a single wicket. Umran literally cannot do worse than that. Ritvika K. Again, that debate on Umran Malik, whether it's too early for him to be blooded in. Like I said yesterday, you play him in that series against South Africa. Then let's see what happens.
Vikrant sir sort of disagreed with that point of view. He said, just put them in the side. He said, what is the perfect time for a fast bowler? Would you wait for 2 years now, and when he has an injury issue, when he is not bowling at that 153, 154, would you put them in the side then? He said it doesn't make sense. He said right now is the time to put them in the team, but I don't see those changes happening, frankly.
No, it's not happening.
I think Umran might be tried in one of those series first.
Yeah.
Maybe that might not even happen also. Plus, lots of games left
Lots of
in the
games, yes.
IPL.
15 wickets he's taken, joint second highest wicket taker in
5
IPL.
wickets, then 2 wickets, 3 wickets.
And along with Natarajan.
He's been taking quite a few wickets. I know SRH bowling is really good, I agree. And
Yes.
last night their batting also came to the fore with both Abhishek
Yeah.
Sharma, I was saying, Abhishek Sharma.
Sharma.
Abhishek Verma is a shooter.
Yes.
Abhishek Sharma and Aiden Markram firing.
So yes,
Sarthak Sehgal is saying, is Shardul poor performance due to tired legs?
how old is Shardul Thakur? Honestly.
No, also he was rested in that last series, right? In the test series or something, he was rested.
Yes. After a test series against South Africa, after that tour,
He was
where did he
rested.
play much? Yeah.
He was rested. Plus, boss, you've been paid the big bucks in the IPL, and you know that IPL is sort of like a curtain raiser for all the other big tournaments. Because if you perform well here, selectors might not pick you in the 11 straight away, but they think about you. You are in their plans. You saw that with Harshal Patel also last year when India were selecting the T20 World Cup squad. Harshal Patel wasn't picked, but after the performances he had in the IPL, he was in their plans and was picked after the T20 World Cup against in
New
the series
Zealand.
against New Zealand, and was the player of the match in that in his debut game.
Yeah.
So you will be in the plans if you keep performing, but right now I don't think any of them will make it to the 11. You might talk about Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. How can you remove the captain from the side? Rohit Sharma is your captain.
He's
you can't
your
remove
captain.
him from the
You
side,
can't
right?
remove him. Yep.
So those things are there,
Virat, see, he's your big match player. He's an ICC big match player. I mean, yes, in the knockout series, he's flopped. Yes. But
Are you making a captain? Who are you making a captain?
I have made my team.
okay, by the way, Vedant Garg had a question for you, fantasy. Should I make Mitch Marsh my VC? Yesterday, remember?
Vedant, he said Shashank Singh.
Shashank Singh.
Because you said it yesterday, now I've made Mitch Marsh a vice captain in one of my fantasy teams.
I have made Sunil Narine captain.
Today you think he'll fire?
He will, at least
just
he'll give
like
you
to.
points with the ball.
No, but I'm not even sure whether he'll open tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took a gamble on him, and I've made Rishabh Pant my vice captain.
Rishabh Pant, I have also picked in.
One hopes that his shot selection is pretty good. I mean, I can't get over that, how he swept himself off his feet while playing that shot against RCB. I just can't get over that. That's Pant for you, but he carries.
But last game he looked in good touch.
Good touch.
44 of 19 balls. I
Yes,
guess.
yes.
He finally looked like the old Rishabh Pant is back, smashing those balls.
Well, I got the old
Out
Rishabh Pant threw his wicket also.
Yeah.
That's the old Rishabh Pant.
I thought both Lalit Yadav when he was there at the crease, they had a chance.
Yep.
And then they left too much for Robin Powell to do at the end.
That is true.
Bahar Ali. Like the name though.
Bahar
Ali.
If Akshar or Kuldeep perform today, we can see them in the World Cup. Sarthak with a lot
Sarthak
of
Sehgal as always.
yeah. Bahar Ali, what is he saying?
He's saying.
You taken his comment?
No, we haven't taken his comment.
no.
He's saying that Virat Kohli, Babar Azam.
Kane, Steve Smith aren't genuine T20 players. They are not impactful players in T20 as far as impactfulness is concerned. Sir, I think Babar took them to the semi-final literally
Semi-finals.
alongside
Rizwan.
No,
but
Babar also had a great time.
But
And
Babar
Shaheen.
did not have a great
As
PSL.
I said in the debate also, when we were debating earlier, that sometimes this template and all is overrated. You
Would you drop Kane Williamson?
Exactly.
Would you drop Rohit Sharma, even though he's not performed in the last 3-4 years in the IPL?
who
actually.
said it? I forgot just now. What is the best template or whatever this when this entire
Yeah.
debate was? I forget who told me. Said the best. Somebody mentioned it during a broadcast or some player actually. He said the best template T20 cricket is you got to score 1 run more than the opposition.
Venkatesh Iyer is
That's
back
it.
as the opener.
Oh, with Finch.
Ah,
That's good.
sensible call.
Yep.
But he might get out. You never know.
Let me quickly change my captain then.
Yes.
Can I?
Hope our
Of course
Indori,
you can.
Hope
There
our
are
Indori
still 2
wala
minutes.
does well today.
I'm also changing one of my teams. I have to.
Hope mine and Anurag's Indore mate, they do well. Isn't it? Venkatesh Iyer.
Who should I make captain then?
Make Narayan only as your captain.
No. Yeah, make.
We're not going with Rahman Powell. After his exploits in the game.
Would you pick
against-
Rahman Powell?
Yes. I think he's come back into that zone now, Rahman Powell. Now there are no players that we can throw.
We'll
now.
make slight changes.
Yeah. Okay, prediction
so
time.
Sarthak is saying it's true. It's about winning. That's what matters. Prediction time. Ricky Patel has predicted 178, as I can see.
Love Rami says 187.
Ah,
Vignesh is saying 168. Wow, so many predictions.
Wow.
What is yours?
172 by KKR, but DC are winning.
I'm saying 163 by KKR and DC are winning it.
I'm saying
Somebody should say 180.
180. Come on, 180 by KKR. DC win it.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know
180,
what-
172,
Vignesh has got
163.
168.
Yeah.
163.
Shankar Shahu 140. Amrik Singh 180.
Somebody also said 130.
Yeah, I said it could be possible.
Big Boy 171 and K India's 213. Wow, what would Rudresh Rahul 182? That'd be a good game.
Yes.
Let's see.
Let's
guys.
remember this and we'll take the name of the whoever gets it the closest. Will you remember this? Anurag? Huh? All of those.
I'm sure he's
predictions.
taking a screenshot right now.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah. Matkun. 120
Okay.
all out.
See you middle of the innings. I've made my fantasy team. I hope you have
Yes.
too.
Come
See
on,
you
bring
middle of